Welcome to my channel, Relationship Dynamic Snippets. Today we are looking at the dangers of jealousy from a Bible story which most of us are familiar with, Cain and Abel.
A long time ago, Adam and Eve bore two sons, Cain and Abel. Just like us, they faced challenges and emotions that tested their hearts. Cain, the older brother, was a farmer. Abel, the younger brother, was a shepherd. He spent his time caring for his sheep, making sure they were well-fed and safe. After some time, both brothers brought each an offering to God. Cain brought an offering from his farm produce, and Abel brought from the animals he reared. Abel brought a finest firstborn of his flock. God looked at both offerings, but he was pleased with Abel's offering, but Cain's didn't quite meet his expectations. God saw the effort Abel had put into his gift, but Cain's offering was simply what he could spare, not his best choice. When Cain saw that God was very pleased and accepted Abel's offering but not his own, something inside him changed. A feeling of hatred, resentment, and jealous grew in his heart. He couldn't understand why his brother's offering was accepted and his wasn't. The jealousy began to cloud his thoughts. God noticed Cain's anger and sadness and said to him, "Why are you so angry? Why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at your door. It desires to have you, yet you must be its master." But Cain didn't pay attention. The jealousy festered inside him, and he began devising a plan in his heart. One day, Cain invited Abel out in the fields for a walk. But deep down, Cain wasn't interested in making peace. He was planning something dark and evil. And without warning, Cain attacked and got rid of his brother's life, Abel. God called out to Cain, "Where is your brother?" Cain, hiding his guilt, responded, "Am I my brother's keeper?" But God already knew what had happened. God said, "The voice of Abel's blood is crying out to me from the ground. What have you done, Cain? So, now you're cursed from the same ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you cultivate the ground, it will no longer yield crops for you, and you will be a fugitive and a homeless wanderer." Cain answered the Lord, "My punishment is too hard to endure." And because of this, Cain left the presence of God and went to settle in the land of Nod. He became a wanderer, living with the consequences of his actions. Cain had let his jealousy get the best of him. A feeling that may have started small, like a seed, grew into something destructive. His anger, unchecked, turned into regret that he could never undo. The story of Cain and Abel reminds us that emotions can be destructive. Anger and jealousy can feel like a storm inside us, but they can be managed if we ask the Holy Spirit to help us. In relationships, whether with family, friends, or even strangers, it's important to manage our emotions. If you struggle in controlling any kind of emotion, God is willing to help you through prayer, meditation, and reading His Word. Ephesians 4 verse 26. And don't sin by letting anger control you. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Proverbs 19 verse 11. Sensible people control their temper. They earn respect by overlooking offense. Proverbs 10 verse 12. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offense. Proverbs 29 verse 11. Fools vent their anger, but the wise quietly hold it back. James 3 verse 16. For wherever there is jealousy and selfish ambition, there you will find disorder and evil of every kind. Cain's story is a warning that when we let jealousy take root, it can bring tragic results. But if we choose the fruits of the Spirit, we get renewed mindsets, healed souls, and we can grow spiritually.